In today's video, we are going to create the most amazing fishing industry in City Skylines. Let's get building. Started off by, of course, needing some space, and I decided to get rid of the existing industrial area that was there. And what I simply do now is create the roads as sort of guidelines to know where I have to do some terraforming and lower the land in order to get a water source in for the start of the fishing industry. So the roads act as a natural barrier, sort of, that the terrain tool doesn't go above, and you have these cool guides, which is really amazing. It was a bit finicky getting it lined up with the terrain, but in the end, I think it worked out pretty good. And open the floodgates. Here we go. All the water just flushed in there. Of course, we needed to make this look nicer, so I decided to add some seawalls with the multi-tool, with the network multi-tool mod, create this parallel mode, and then simply drag the seawall closer to the road, and it worked out sort of okay-ish. It wasn't too bad, actually. Except for some minor bumps in the road, in the terrain, actually. So I don't know what happened there, but it wouldn't let me terraform this part. Something to do with like the seawall being too close to the road. I have had to actually take it out and manually redraw the seawall, and then I put the road in after that, and that seemed to work out pretty good. I noticed that when placing the fishing industry or anything with like a fishing port, it was super high, right? So it was really, really high up in the air, and like I had to do some work, some adjustments, and I lowered this entire seawall with the road down, and then I decided, okay, let's make this a sunken in industry area, basically. Forestry, fishing industry. And of course, there will be some other buildings in there as well. That left me with a problem. I look at the glitching on the seawall and the road right here. I had to deal with that, and that took me like forever. I eventually got it, finally, and I think the end result turned out pretty good. I had to obviously do this procedure on the other side as well, but I think how it turned out here, that's the other side right there, it turned out fairly decent, and yeah, I was pleased with it. So you take the road, it dips down, and then you're inside the industrial area, basically. Also add some seawalls in here to basically have a clean edge in there, and I think this looks really, really cool, especially with the monorail tracks being like cemented into the seawall. Looks super, super good. And after adding the seawalls, we were left with this, and I placed in the first industry. Really, really amazing. Got a basic road layout going. Of course, I had to change it around a bunch of times. You'll see right here when I placed the first building in there. It was like a warehouse, I think, a fishing warehouse. And this road was really, really interesting to me because I placed that with, with network anarchy, and it did this. Well, I mean, okay. After filling in some more warehouses, some commercial buildings, some office buildings, and some special unique buildings for looks, this is how the area turned out, and I think it looks truly amazing. The entire area is super, super cool, and I really love how it turned out. Super amazing. Some warehouses, you see, we got the post office in there just because I love the building. It looks really, really cool. Generic offices, of course, and yeah, I really love how this turned out. We put in the floating gardens as well, just to give more of a fishing vibe. And as soon as we unlock more, this area will get another fishing farm as well. I decided to also add some airport aprons here, like the surface painter if you don't have it, right? You can just simply place these to get this more of an industrial kind of vibe, and place some more props in here to make the whole thing look more industrialized. Super, super fun to do. and those shouldn't actually be floating like that. So let's get them down. And that was basically the build. I love how it turned out. Just look at this. And if you want to know more about City Skylines, here is a tips and tricks video I highly recommend you watch. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and please stay safe out there. Bye bye.